Hi, LindaBauwin here from StampingWithLinda.com, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today is a Create a Fold, and it is a folder card. And it was shared with me by a customer of mine, Susan Floyd from Akron. She sent me on this card with the directions, and it has pockets in it, just cute little pockets. And so what I turned it into was a folder card for giving away a gift card. So let me show you what I did. I am using the Noble Peacock specialty paper. This is a beautiful foil paper, and I have cut the paper down. This measures 7.5 by 9.5, and we are going to actually score it along the 9.5 inch side. So I'm going to grab my cutting and scoring tool, and I'm going to score on the back side of this paper, and on the, like I said, on the 9.5 inch side, I am going to score at 1/2 inch, and when I have a smaller amount, I like to score that 1/2 inch off to the side here. I'm going to flip my paper over, and then I'm going to score it at the 4 3/4, and finally at the 9. I'm going to pull that out and score it at the 9. Then I'm going to flip it, and along this 7 inch side, I am going to score it at 2 1/4. Just like so. And then what I'm going to do, is have an avalanche of product here fall off my little shelves. Let me put that back up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here at the bottom, and I am going to measure a 1/2 inch on each side of that score line. So I'm going to bring in my pencil, and I'm going to mark a 1/2 inch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut an angle. So I'm going to take this and lay it in my trimmer. I'm going to pull that trimmer up so you can see it. So the dot is right here, and I'm going to just cut it up to that score line. Let's make sure I have it in there straight, and I do. So I'm going to cut, and then I'm just going to move it over and do it on the other side, lining that up in my track and cutting that up. So I just made a little V out of the bottom of that cardstock. And next what I need to do is come in with my snips, and I'm going to cut off that 1/2 inch side just up to the score line. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And then when I flip this up, I want to cut, and it's about 2.5 inches up. Now you can measure it. I'm just going to eyeball it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a slit on each side. And that's so my folder will open up. So just going to snip it at the top of that Designer Series paper. Going to grab my bone folder and crease those edges. This foil is just so beautiful. I just love it. I've got that. I'm going to put up my flap. Going to take my snail and run down that 1/2 inch. Now you could use tear and tape. It would be stronger if I used the tear and tape, but I'm just using the snail. So I'm going to fold that over. And so now I have a nice pocket folder, and this is an A2 size card. What I'm going to do next is I am just going to grab a piece of the blueberry bushel cardstock, and the ink pad. I am going to be using the little flower that comes from the Free as a Bird, and I'm just going to take that flower and just randomly stamp around the edge to give that piece of cardstock a little decoration so that it's not quite as flat looking. Now the flowers can be, you know, up into the cardstock, down in, you know, whatever, just to make that border. Doesn't have to be uniform, so we've got that. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my stamp. This is from the Painted Glass stamp set, and it says "Have a Beautiful Birthday." So we're going to take that and we're going to stamp that at the top. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and grab some of my rhinestones. This is from the Noble Peacock collection, and I'm just going to take, oops, I don't think I pulled the, maybe I did. Yeah, I guess I did. I'm just going to grab different colors of rhinestones. They don't have to be in each color, or excuse me, the same color as, there it goes, as the cardstock. So I'm just going to grab different shades of those. Boy, and I'm having a hard time. I should have grabbed my Picket tool to get those rhinestones, because I need to go underneath, there we go, underneath and grab the adhesive from them. Very pretty. Let's put a pink one over here. So I've got the variety of colors from that, and then I'm going to just put that in here. And so I could write my little verse here. And on the other side, I am going to grab my gift card and put that in there. I'm going to kind of burnish those edges to make sure that lays flat. So I've got my card, and then what I'm going to do is I am going to bring in, this is the detailed band together die, and I'm just going to pop out the little pieces, and this makes for a very nice border or layering mechanism for your cards, and it does pop out very easy. Now if I'd have had my brush over here, I could have brushed those out, but I didn't, so I'm just going to use my Picket tool, and I'll go in and get that, oops, all fingers here today. Pull that off. Going to add some adhesive. Put that to the front of my card like so. Now it is a little bit bigger, so I'm just going to go in with my snips and snip that off. Now I have already taken the stamp. Now again, this is from the Painted Glass. I have stamped the butterfly and the other verse, A Reason to Celebrate, and this oval comes from that detailed band together framelit set. I'm going to grab some dimensionals to pop it out. Whoops, sticking to my nail here. There we go. Reason to Celebrate. Going to grab a glue dot to put that butterfly on. Let's see where we want him. Let's put him like right here. Oops, I don't think I pulled my paper off my dimensional and it's sliding around. That helps a little bit. I'm going to grab another one of those rhinestones and put that on my butterfly. So it just sets it off. And there you have it, a very fun folder card. Again, shared by my customer, Susan Floyd from Akron, Ohio. So thanks for sharing, Susan. Hope you've enjoyed today's video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.